Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Hey friends, and welcome back to the Language Tutor Spanish series. I'm Danny Evans, your profesor de español, and I got another viewer request for you this episode. Someone said, hey, can you do words that have to do with just basic household items, household objects, things you see around the house? And so that's what I'm going to do in this episode today. What I want to do is just give you the basics, get you started. But anytime you want to expand, you got the great internet. You can just look up anything you want, bring that into your conversation. All right, well, let's get started. Jump right into it. We're going to start in the living room. And the living room is la sala. And again, some of these words have a lot of different versions, but just get one down and then you can expand. So the living room, a good word is la sala. All right, now let's talk about some things in the living room. Sofa, very common, el sofá. El sofá, accent on the A right there. Now a recliner, most American homes have recliners, is sillón reclinable. Sillón reclinable. And you will see a few other words for that. It depends on where you are, but this is a very common word for recliner. Now the television or the TV is going to be la televisión. La televisión. All right, I want to remind you really quick about something right here. This has an I-O-N at the end. And anytime a word in Spanish has an I-O-N at the end, there are two things we know about that word. The first thing we know is that it is feminine. And the second thing we know is that there is an accent on the O. So that's just a good little grammar reminder for you. All right, now let's talk about the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan, lots of people have those. El ventilador del techo. El ventilador del techo. A lamp is la lámpara. La lámpara. Got to stress that first syllable, got an accent right there. The floor in general is el piso. El piso. Now, a lot of homes have these. Carpet or rug is la alfombra. La alfombra. All right, a cushion that you would sit on is el cojín. El cojín. All right, now that gives us some good words to start off with the living room. Let's move to the kitchen, which is la cocina. La cocina. The stove is going to be la estufa. La estufa. The oven is el horno. El horno. The refrigerator. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, there are several words for refrigerator in Spanish, and you'll hear different versions of it. But let's start with this one, la nevera. La nevera. Okay, and the freezer is el congelador. El congelador. And also, when you're talking about food in general, think about the past participle of this word. If you eat something that is frozen, past participle congelado. You'll see that in a lot of foods you hear that when people talk about frozen foods. You hear congelado. Cabinets, los armarios. Los armarios. Now let's talk about some things that you might see on the table in your kitchen. And of course, we know that table is la mesa, but let's talk about some things that go on it. The plate is el plato. El plato. A bowl, and again, I've spoken, with Robin here on the Language Tutor who does English, and we've had a discussion about the many words for bowl, but here's one, el cuenco. El cuenco. Get started with that one, then you can learn some more. All right, a cup is la taza. La taza. A glass is el vaso. El vaso. Okay, now some utensils. A fork. The fork is el tenedor. El tenedor. A spoon is la cuchara. La cuchara. Now, I also want to put this one up. Teaspoon. Teaspoon, a smaller size. Now we know in Spanish, when we see ito or ita at the end of a word, it implies a smaller version, and sometimes in an affectionate little way. It doesn't always mean physically smaller, but a cucharita is a teaspoon, a smaller version. A knife is el cuchillo, el cuchillo. Okay, now let's move to the bathroom. The bathroom itself is el baño, el baño. The shower is la ducha, la ducha. And of course, goes along with that, the bathtub is la bañera, la bañera. The toilet, some people call it a commode, is el inodoro, el inodoro. The sink is el fregadero, el fregadero. All right, a toothbrush is a brush of teeth, which would be el cepillo de dientes, el cepillo de dientes. Right, goes along with that, toothpaste is la pasta dentífrica, la pasta dentífrica. And again, I have heard some other words for that as well, but like I say, get this one down and move out. Mirror is el espejo, el espejo. All right, now towel. Let's talk about things you use in there. Towel is la toalla, la toalla. Now here comes that little rule again. A washcloth is really like a small towel, isn't it? So la toallita, la toallita. Yeah, it's a smaller version. Okay, shampoo. This one's not very difficult. Just change a few letters. El champú, el champú. So it's almost the same. And soap is jabón, el jabón. And just remember, this one has a B. You don't want to confuse it and say jamón, because that's a food, isn't it? Ham. Okay, you don't want to wash with the ham or eat the soap. You don't get those confused. Okay. All right, let's move to the bedroom. Now, there are a few words for this. Let's go with these two right here. I'm going to put two for you. El cuarto, that's a room, or el dormitorio, el dormitorio. It looks like dorm in English. All right. The bed is going to be la cama, la cama. The pillow is la almohada, la almohada. The sheet is la sábana, la sábana. Accent on that first A. A blanket is la manta, la manta. Closet. Interesting. This word is el armario, el armario. We saw that word a little bit earlier with cabinet, didn't we? So it has a lot of different uses. Now, clothes in general. We know this one from many lessons ago, but let's just put it up. Just to review, clothing in general is la ropa, la ropa. And remember, we're saying clothing. It's not plural clothes. It's clothing in general. So, and I've got one more for you that can apply to any room, and that is the door, and it is la puerta, la puerta. And amigos, that gets you started talking about a lot of objects in your house. Here's a great idea for you, buena idea. Look around your house, in your room, in your kitchen, bathroom, everywhere. What objects did I not name in this lesson? Maybe put some little sticky notes on those items with the Spanish word on there. And as you go through each day, practice them. And then as you learn that word, take that sticky note off. And then just start naming them as you go through each day. And I guarantee in a few days, you're going to have all of these words down, plus a bunch more. You can do it. Okay, amigos, thanks for tuning in with me. Be sure to check out the Language Tutor Spanish Facebook page. Hey, go on and check out our Language Tutor store. Get yourself a hoodie or a shirt, coffee mug. We'd appreciate the support. I wish for all of you, your family and friends, paz y bendiciones, peace and blessings. I'll see you soon. Hasta pronto. Friends, thanks for watching the Language Tutor. If you have a question for me, feel free to leave it in the comment section below the video. And please click subscribe and the notification bell so that you'll never miss any of our language lessons.